Hello everyone, this is Animation 4. Welcome back to some more FTB Infinity Evolved. I have done it! Through the power of science and the magic that is the decimal number system, I have solved all of our power problems, and at least one of you knows how. With this. So, this should look very familiar. This is this exact same setup I already have in my main world. Of course, I'm in a creative world right now. The same setup I have right now to run my bioreactors that produce biofuel and power biogenerators. It's 9, well, it can be 9 separate 7 by 7 minus 1 fields of crops, all powered through a single harvester. These crops are all bred to be fast growing and high producing, so they're 10, 10, 10. And they are being watered through open block sprinklers and an agrocraft irrigation system. That's the word, irrigation system. So, why am I doing this? Because I want to figure out this thing right here. This is the 64 times Culinary Generator. It's 64 times more powerful than this, which is the 1 times Culinary Generator. What these do is these convert food, such as a cheeseburger, into energy. So you just throw it in, you see, you wait a little bit, and there, I just got 69 KRF. Who knew you could get a great 69 from a cheeseburger? So, what does that mean about this wheat field? Well, what I've decided to use as my food source is toast. So, there's a lot of food in this game. Pam's Harvest Craft adds a lot of varieties of food. And actually, what you could do is a neat trick. You could figure out exactly how good the food is if you have the Culinary Generator open and you search Pam's Harvest Craft in NEI. It will bring up all the foods and it'll actually tell you right underneath how much it generates. See, just a candleberry itself will generate 4K RF at 4 hour tick, so they're not very good. See, they burn for like a minute making 4F. They're not good. Whereas something like a hearty breakfast, which is really hard to make, involves a lot of steps. You gotta make potato cakes. Actually, this is probably the easiest of the high tier ones. Like the delighted meal, which takes fries, and it takes a smoothie and a deluxe cheeseburger. This thing generates 60 RF a tick for 152k ticks. So this generates quite a bit more power. It burns for 2 minutes, and you get a lot of power out of it. However, it's really hard to make. So I found a nice compromise, and that is toast. So toast generates 28 RF per tick, 55k RF, which is just about half the rate of the delighted meal, but also like half the time. But that's fine. So it still burns pretty fast, and all it takes is you cook some bread. That's it. You just cook some bread. And bread is just made out of wheat. However, you can get bread from some flour, which you can get from a single wheat. So a single wheat becomes a wheat flour, becomes a bread. So every wheat I pick becomes some toast. But that's not all. Thermal expansion adds this thing called a trivection chamber augment. This is a increases food output, but can only cook food. So when you cook a wheat in this, it's gonna be hard to see. I was doing experiments over here. Basically, one wheat in this becomes 2 bread. So I did a test over here with 1,000 wheat in the top, and it came out to 2,000 bread in the bottom, and I timed that to do some math stuff, which I will talk about now. Okay. So here's the wheat field. This is basically the limiting factor. This determines how much energy we can produce, how much wheat we can grow. Then what we have to do is you have to craft it into actually, wait. 1 second here. 1 second. I might have missed something. I have to pick this up. So this thing doubles the output of making bread. Does it double the output of making toast? It does. Oh wow, I have to change my numbers. Okay, so whatever numbers you're about to see are half of what they will be, which is amazing. So, uh, that's great. So I timed this thing for 10 minutes like I did the other one. We got 8,604 wheat in a 10-minute period. So that's about 14.34 wheat per second. This number will come in handy later. But now we move over to here. 1,000 wheat took 150 seconds. That's 6.67 wheat per second that can be processed here. And of course, we need 2 of the bread cookers per one of these. However, we will probably need about 3 of these, so 6 bread cookers. So that's a lot of these things cooking stuff up. However, this doesn't produce enough powder to compensate that. The next question is, how do we get the wheat? What's the fast way of getting the wheat? Well, I set up an experiment here. There's 3 at least decently fast autocrafters in the game. There is I ran out of power, so I can't show you how slow they are. There's the Ender IO crafter, the well-known cyclic assembler, and the RF tools crafter. The Ender IO crafter, if I can get one of these as power, I can show you, consumes 5,000 RF tick. No, it's 2,500. How much is it consuming? Yeah, it was about 800 RF a tick to consume. And look, if you look at the number here, it's increasing pretty slow. There's 10, there's 10, there's 10, there's 10. It's when you see the other ones, you'll see that slow. Then there's the cyclic assembler. This takes a little bit more configuring to set up, but it's not bad. With 3 upgrades, it says 400 RF per tick here, but this only says 20, so I think something's broken there. Maybe this doesn't increase power consumption or something. I don't know. So you can see this one's going a lot faster. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So that's good. That's good. And I guess it only takes 20, but I'm not too concerned about power. That was just more of a how much is it pulling. So this one right here, the RF Tools Crafter is pulling 500, so less than the Ender IO Crafter. And look at this number, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. It's making like 100 wheat per second. I approximated, but well over 14. So that's all that matters. And it only pulls 500 RF per tick, which is great news considering we need a lot just to cook these. So now for the ultimate question of how much toast can you really use? So that comes over to here, the 64 times Culinary Generator. I did 2 tests, one with 100, one with 50, just to make sure my numbers were just right. And you can see the toast generates 55. Actually, I could have just looked at these numbers and figured it out that way. Let's see if I can do that. Let's see if I can math this out right now. Okay, 55468 divided by that's 58. 55468 divided by 28 is that. Divide that by 20 ticks. No, divide that by 360. No, I think that was right. No, that's not right. How long is a tick? I feel like I'm getting this wrong. Oh, right, this is times 64. Divided by 64. 1.547 seconds. Exactly. So then I invert this number. And we have 0.64614 toast per second. Which is pretty close to what I had. I approximated 0.64 toast per second. So now we got to plug all these numbers into a big equation. And remember, my output's twice as little as it needs to be. I can actually just put in the change here. This should be 4 toast per wheat. Note. 4 toast per 1 wheat. So we start off, we have 14.34 wheat per second. When I was doing this the first time, I multiplied by 2, so just remember, double everything later. We convert that to toast, and the wheat cancels, and you're left with toast per second. And then we convert that into generators by dividing by toast per second and multiplying by generators. So you divide that by 14.34 times 2, which should be times 4, divided by 0.64 is 44.812 generators, 44 generators. And if I were to correctly double this, that would give me 89 generators because it would round up. It would increment the decimals. It would get up to 1. We get 89 generators. And you get 1792 RF per tick per generator. So if I successfully calculated this at 89 generators instead of 44, 89 times 1792 is 159,000. 159,488 RF per tick from toast. That is the almighty toast power. This will not be replacing the farm that already exists there, mainly because that farm is my main source of power right now. I'll be building another one, either next to it, on top of it, beneath it, something like that. I'll make it look nice too. That's not hard. And yeah, that's... Got my 9 redstone furnace candidates all lined up here. Speed upgrades, and I'd want to take out redstone control. These things, they ain't ever turning off. So take out that, 1, 2, 3. So we make sure the order is good, so maybe they can stack. Yeah. None of this. That. Actually, can I shift click? There. Oh, no, don't shift click. Don't shift click. All right. So, the wheat is now all grown. And I built a nice cage. I wonder where I got the idea from around it. I still need the little blue stairs, but that took a lot of time if I remember correct. And this assembly line, this is zombie coming. It's coming for me. He wants to check out the toast production. This assembly line right here to make all the toast. You got your wheat here going into the crafter to make the grain, and that's being distributed into the furnaces to make the bread, which is then being distributed to the furnaces again to make the toast. Each of these are the ones I configured with max speed and trivection chambers for food output. And they're all hooked up to everything. All I gotta do is click this checkbox on infinite input. I never told you where these come from, did I? I'll do that after this. Let's do this first. Just trust me that it works. So here comes the wheat. Where's the wheat? Hello? You know what I forgot? I forgot to upgrade here. Okay, let me go get that, and I'll be right back. There we go. Okay, let's lock that. Cool. And now I can turn this on. Oh, look at the wheat go. Fast. Oh wow, I'm joking. Fast wheat. Yeah, it is processing that wheat far faster than it's being produced. Like, the wheat comes in, it's just gone. It's just, it doesn't even get to show up here. It's just here instantly, right? Why is this number not gone up yet? Kind of worried. Oh, right. It just harvested everything. It's going to take a little while for the system to get kind of neutralized, but it just harvested everything, so nothing's grown yet. So it's going to be a little bit of a down, but hopefully I can see this number start going up, because right now... Oh, yeah, it went up. Okay, we're good. We're good. Does it go up a bit more? Oh, wow, it's just when I look away. It does not want me to see. Yeah, it's going. It's going fine. Okay, so let's lock this. And do this. This one's set to round robin. So each of these should get a stack of wheat flour, and that stack should be maintained. And 3 redstone furnaces is 18 wheat per second, whereas this system can only produce 14, so theoretically this should keep up also. And we get bread. Yeah, lots and lots of bread. And now, in an exact measurement, 3 furnaces to... Why is this stopped? Oh, why? Oh, it's not outputting, is it? No, it's not. Derp. There you go. There it is. That looks better. Doesn't that look like bread? That looks like flowing bread to me. Now that number's going up. Okay, so you can lock this and go to the next stage, which actually makes the toast. This is also set to round robin. So each of these gets a stack of... Oh, I didn't output these either. Just one click the bottom. Boop. 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 And boop. Oh, look at all the toast. Look at all that toast. The beautiful, yummy toast. Cool. Alright, so next step is to put this toast into the 64 times Culinary Generator. But in case you didn't know, let me just show you the little thing that's going to make crafting these take a little while. I actually have 232 8 times Culinary Generators now. I set up an auto crafting for them and just kind of let it go for a long time. So I have enough to make 40 something of these. The hard thing is this hyper energy transfer node, which takes the bedrockium. So right now the big snag is waiting for bedrockium. I have plutonium in the system. Like I have plutonium. I have 36 in here, which is enough for 12 bedrockium. But I want to save that for something else. So right now I have the replicator producing up some bedrockium for me. We got 3. So that's really all we can make in terms of 64 times Culinary Generators right this moment. Hey, we got another star. Oh yeah, I was killing him with her. So let's see if we can do that real quick. Of course, with bedrockium, you're really slow, unless, of course, you have a jetpack and can just fly. All right. 3 64 times Culinary Generators. I have cryo-stabilized flux ducts. Now, the reason I have these are infinite power transfer. But the thing about how power transfer works, it's kind of strange. Power transfer works by node. So if you think of this connection as a node, this connection can transfer 8,000 RF per tick. That's what it says there, 8,000. So each of these machines is consuming some amount of power. It totals up to like 4,000, which means there's 4,000 RF per tick flowing through this one node. These ones, it doesn't really matter. It's mainly, I have to use these cables for this one particularly. So in terms of these culinary generators, each of these culinary generators produce 1.7k RF per tick. But collectively, once I get up to like 80 of these things, they're going to start producing 100k RF per tick, which is far more than this flux duct can transfer into the tesseract. So I need these to transfer this energy. If you want to know exactly how it works. So that's how power transfer works in a nutshell. And that's why I got to make the super fancy ones. And also because they look really cool. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Some serious power transfer right there. And here are the beautiful generators. Does this connect to the side? Because I don't want it to. It does. Okay, so I'm going to run this on top. It looks really nice when they connect to the top like that. Look at that. So perfectly sized. It's great. Oh, shoot. I don't want it to connect to... I can fix this. First of all, the thing's going to start exploding toast at me, but hope it doesn't mind too much. Rotate this. Just to make it look nice. This is all just to make it look nice. Okay, you can start throwing toast back into there. Okay, so this will pull out of here and round robin into these culinary generators, which will use about 1 toast per 2 seconds, specifically 1.56 seconds, and will output energy to this tesseract right here, which is this one. This one didn't use that, right? Yes, that's correct. So the thing is, I gotta show you how my power gen works. I'm sorry, I have to. You're never gonna understand it unless you understand what the heck is going on the back end. Did I already show this? I feel like I already showed this. Now that I think about it, I feel like I did show this already. This is my in the case that I didn't, otherwise I'm just gonna cut this out right here. So obviously you're watching this, so I didn't show you this before. This is my massive power bank. Holds 1.7 billion RF. And yeah, if it's actually bigger than this. If you look at this, you can have this little bit more added in the back. So this is the input. Every power I ever generate will come into this tesseract and pumped into this side, the positive end. Flow right down this pipe into the variable capacitor bank. Anything I generate, whenever I generate power, it's coming into this. And over here I have my outputs. These are actually rate limited. So this far one, where's the small one? This one right here will only output at most 1000 RF per tick. So if I have a bunch of little things that I don't want to use a lot of power, for some reason I want to rate limit them or something, I can put them on these. And they are set at 1000 RF per tick on the minus. Same for, here's the 5K, set at 5K minus, all the way up to a 25,000 RF per tick output. And then there's one that just takes raw power. It says infinite, but really it's 1.1 million. But I don't expect to ever go over that. I really hope I don't have to ever go over that. So as you could see, that capacitor bank was full of 1.7 billion RF. So I turn this on, it's going to start producing power. It's going to start producing a lot of power. But that power ain't going to go anywhere because the power bank is full. And that's how it works. So I'm going to turn these on, which is going to produce about 5K RF a tick, something around there. 5.1K. And that'll give me 20K total, and I can start turning on some machines because some of my stuff is turned off. I think with one more, I'll be willing to turn on the undercore again, so that's good news. But here we go. Start using the toast. There it is. And of course, this thing is going to fill up with toast very quickly. Okay. There are now... Sorry, I started the recording with okay, and I've been trying to not do that as much anymore. But oh well. I got 64 times culinary generators here, producing 1.7 KR per tick. For some reason, these first ones are actually out of power, which means somehow I am consuming more power than I'm producing. Okay, see, this one's not dropping very much, which means the main base is requiring of this system these 3 generators and this one. So these 4 generators are being required of the system right now. It is actively using these 3 things' power. These 2 are basically on standby. If the system starts needing power, then these 2 will start pumping out, and it'll be fine. After, of course, it draws out this bar. A little confusing, but I think I'm understanding what's happening here. What I want to do is give the system a stress test, because theoretically, we are currently producing, I want to say about 27 to 28K RF per tick. The system that is making the toast is actively consuming, let me just make sure there's not another one or something. Okay, is actively consuming 4.1K. So we theoretically are producing about 22K RF a tick. I don't remember exactly how much this consumed, but it was somewhere around. That's a lot of eggs. This chicken made a lot of eggs. You just stand on that chest, king of the world. So let's see what happens. We're gonna turn this on. We're gonna pull out as much power as it'll take, and go. I'm not getting any feedback. Nothing's happening. It's not actually on. There we go. It's going. It's going really fast. It's going far faster than it was going before. It's not actually even telling me how many blocks it has scanned for whatever reason. Maybe click on the flat side. No, it just doesn't want to tell me. All right, let's see what that's doing to the main battery. This is why I have this main battery. So that I can plug things in and see if I have enough power to support it. So, do I have enough? According to the system, I do have enough power to support it. However, I think that is because of the internal buffer of these generators over here. If I come over here, I'm guessing these are starting to drain really, really fast. Yes, they are draining extremely quickly. This is actually about to die out, at which point we no longer have that extra buffer, and we will see once and for all how much more power we need to run the Ender Quarry at full speed while doing other basic operations. I still don't know because something else has an internal buffer. There's no way I have enough. There's no way. I'm going to give it a minute, see what happens. At some point, I expect this to start plummeting, probably at about 4 to 5k RV tick. That's what I'm expecting. But at some point, I expect this to start plummeting. Okay, so this is more what I expected. We're losing... It's fluctuating between like 1.8. I saw it go up to like 4 at one point. It's fluctuating. But we're losing about 2 to 4k RF per tick with the Ender Quarry running. Which is actually not that much with what we have set up now. That is not even... That is like this many... what you call it? Culinary generators. Which I have everything all set up to make. So I just throw these in and our power problems are solved. We have a max speed Ender Quarry, which by the way is a lot faster than how it was running before. Running at all times. So that's good news. That is very good news. Yeah, it is fluctuating now, but we are netting positive. It did go red a little bit, but we're netting a nice positive 1 to 2k. So that means we now have... Look how much stuff's coming in. I actually had to add another node pulling out because this thing's running so much faster than it was last time. Look at this. There's so much ore here. It's crazy. And these are all automatically being processed. Look at all these ingots. Let me get a close-up on these ingots. It's so pretty. Look at that. It's just materials that I'm just getting for doing nothing. For just sitting here doing nothing. And it's great. And also we have a ton of rich slag now. If anyone needs rich slag, I got it. Don't know what to do with it. Hey cow, want some toast? You look like a hungry cow. You have some toast. Okay. You guys some toast? It's really good. It's all nutritious and stuff. It's good toast. Toast! It's toast! Eat the toast! Take the toast! Take the toast! Everyone needs toast! Everyone needs toast. I have too much toast that I don't know what to do with it. I have 196,000 toast. 197,000 toast. That's still being processed. We are now up to a total of 11 64 times culinary generators producing, I want to say 18.7k RF per tick. On top of this system over here, which is producing like 16 on its own. So yeah, the system is stable. The battery is full. And the episode has ended. So, thanks so much for watching. And I will see you in the next one, where we go on to power generation phase 2. Yes, there is more. There is more power to be made than just this toast, although the toast is great. And we'll continue to expand. So that's it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.